Hello everyone, Namaskar. Raj Krishna this side, and today we are going to solve one more problem from inequalities. So, how to solve this question? X into x minus 5 greater than equal to 6. One basic rule is there that always try to make RHS as 0 because that will comparing to 0 is easier. If LHS will be a positive quantity, that will obviously be greater than 0. If it will be a negative quantity, that will be lesser than 0. Comparison to 0 is easy, but if you compare with 6, you have to exactly find the magnitude. Okay, so that's why I'm saying make RHS 0. So we'll have to work for that. How can we do that? Take this 6 to the LHS. So x minus 5 minus 6 greater than equal to 0. But if you look at the current state of the problem, it is not looking good because this was earlier factorized in LHS, but now because of this arrival of this 6, this is not looking good. So let's solve it a bit. So x square minus 5x minus 6 is greater than equal to 0. Let's factorize it once again. So x square minus 2x and minus 3x, if I do, then I will get minus 5 or I will not get this. So x square minus 6x plus x, that will be fine. X square minus 6x plus x minus 6 is greater than equal to 0. So if I take x common, x minus 6, 1 common, x minus 6. So now this is in a better form. Okay. Now as usual, we'll draw a number line. Question is modified now. We have a different question right now in front of us. Okay. We have this now. What are the two number? Make each of this bracket equal to 0. So if you make the first bracket equal to 0, you are going to get 6. And if you make the second bracket equal to 0, you are going to get minus 1. So minus 1 and 6. These are plus infinity and minus infinity. Now, because we are familiar with this coefficient of x not being equal to x, so we can easily put plus minus plus sign. I will give you a standard method to do so in next few videos. Then you will have absolutely no confusion. But for the time being, let's take numbers in this region. Any number, pick any number in this region from 6 to infinity. 10. So 10 minus 6 is 4 and 10 plus 1 is 11. That's why I made RHS as 0, because now we just have to look at this sign, whether it is positive or negative. You don't need to bother about magnitude that much. Okay. So this is 44, clearly greater than 0. So write a plus here. If I take any number here, 0 is a good number. So minus 6 and 1. So clearly this is less than 0. So there you get minus. Then pick any number here. So minus 2 we can take. So minus 8 and minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So this is again 8, which is greater than 0. So a plus sign here. So It is following that pattern of plus minus plus. No need to remember this. The technique is important, which will discuss further, or why not discuss it right here only. So the technique is there, which is, while the first thing, you will have to start from right hand side, okay, from the plus infinity side. Write a plus here. Now when crossing this critical point, this minus 1, 6 are called critical points. Why critical point? Because sign changes. Sometime it changes, sometime it does not change, but yes, these are called critical points. Now how will you decide sign? First put plus here, as always. Now while crossing 6, what will be the sign in this region, minus 1 to 6? How can we decide? So for that, look at 6 in your question. So 6 is here, coming from this bracket. Look at the power of this bracket. It is 1. So if power of bracket is odd, then change sign. Then change sign. That means if it is positive earlier, make it negative. Now if power equals to even, no change in sign. So here you see, when you are crossing this critical point, that is 6, do we have the power as odd or even? Power is odd of the bracket of which this critical point belongs to. This critical point 6 belongs to this bracket. Now check the power of this bracket. Odd, that means we will change sign. So plus became minus. Again, while crossing minus 1 belongs to this bracket. Change the power. Check the power first. Power is 1. Odd, that means we have to change the sign. Minus became plus. That's how simple it is. Start with plus. Check the bracket of that critical point. Check its power. If it's odd, change sign. If it is even, leave it as it is. That means that sign will be copied forward. Now, when we have done all this, so it is asking greater than equal to 0. So this critical points will be a part. So we'll draw a filled circle so that we don't miss them. Greater than equal to 0. So this region will be there, because plus we have here and plus we have here also. So x belongs to minus infinity, always open bracket, that means simple bracket, and to minus 1 this time will be a closed bracket, union 6 will be a closed bracket, and then infinity. Fine enough, no problem whatsoever. Minus infinity to minus 1, union 6 to infinity. So that's what the main motive of this problem was, to teach you two things. First, to make RHS 0. Second, notice these two things so that you don't need to remember anything else from next time. Power equals to odd of that bracket of which critical points belong to. Then we will change sign. If it's even, no change is required. That's it from my side. I hope you learned something from this. Thanks and have a nice day.